Hey you, what up? Maryam here, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Natasha Denona's latest palette, the Triochrome Palette. Now this is a gorgeous palette that I have been excited for quite some time. This has some very unique chrome eyeshadows and also complementary mattes to create a full-on look, but this palette is pretty pricey. It's $129, so I definitely want to review this Team Truth style as always and per usual. So you don't have to buy it until I try it, all right? Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get to it. Natasha Denona Triochrome Palette review and look. Here we come. Okay, so I'll be completely honest. I just opened this palette for the first time right here on camera, and I was a little bit sad to find that there are only 3 chrome shades right here in the very center. I actually thought that there were 5 shades for some reason and that they were running across this way, but there's only 3 and the rest are mattes. Granted, the mattes are really gloriously gorgeous. There's some really nice lime shades and some really nice purple lavender shades, some neutrals, some warms. All of it is the kind of story that I typically gravitate towards because I do love color, but it is pretty pricey. $129 is a hefty price to pay, especially if you're looking for something unique and different, and there's really only 3 of those unique and different shades. Get my drift? All right, but let's get to some of these facts. These 3 new shades are considered multi-chrome, futuristic type of eyeshadows. They contain 3 different pressed pigmented multi-chrome shades, so it's not just a duochrome, it's literally a triochrome, which is why they call this palette Triochrome. Perfect to create a multi-dimensional look with a variety of textures and shades. Maximum color payoff, minimal effort. I like that. Blending seamlessly, vibrant, ultra pigmented, long-lasting looks, blah, blah, blah. Love it. Okay, again, $129, cruelty-free, paraben-free, made in Italy. We've got 15 eyeshadows at 0.08 ounces. Available at Natasha Denona's flagship store here in Manhattan. Also at all US Sephoras as well as online. Okay, now that we have all the facts, I think I'm ready for some swatches. I know you're ready for the swatch model. I know because you tell me so in every single video. You love the swatch model. I love him too, so let's call him, shall we? Look at that clean arm. Yes, swatch model. Let's read these names.
Scrap.
Scrap.
Put some scrap.
Natasha Denona mattes are so good. They're always so good. Is that supposed to be Aphrodite, but like Androdite? Okay, kind of an interesting, cooler, creamy shade, like a really, really pale green. Would you say that's it?
Yeah, it's a unique color for sure.
Unique shade for sure. So far, we're not really that impressed. Okay, all right, next one.
Scarab.
Scarab, oh my god. So Scarab is our first triochrome shade that we are swatching. And let's do it. Let's see how triochromatic it really is. Oof.
Yeah, well, that's really pretty.
I mean, that is really gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't really see 3 colors in there. I definitely see 2. There's like a yellow gold and also a green. Yeah. I don't know if I see a 3rd.
Ion.
More punch at the beginning of the swatch. Not so much drag there.
Vert.
Ooh, that one's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
So this story right here, I think is very interesting.
In what way?
An untapped color story. Not too many people use this color story on the eyes, but it's something that I gravitate towards because it's really unique and
maybe there's a reason
vibrant.
why people don't gravitate to it.
Stick to modeling. Next one.
Okay, sorry. Naga. Short word for, actually I was trying to make a joke about MAGA because it's Naga, but the joke didn't pan out as good as I thought.
Okay.
That's a really pretty color.
MAGA.
Manganese.
Manganese, all right. What are these names, Natasha?
Well, now that makes the greens and everything violet and come together. Now I could rock with this chick.
The story here.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Kinetic.
Kinetic. All right, so this is our second triochrome shade. That's really pretty.
That's pretty.
Because at first glance, it's kind of like a periwinkle blue, right? But then from the side, you can definitely see how it's like a darker purple, gray, almost like a gunmetal.
Looks like blue on the monitor here, but in person, it's actually like more like a purple violet.
Yeah. It's definitely a very interesting shade, this one. All right, Kinetic. Let me clean my fingers. All right, next one.
Redox.
Redox. Kind of similar to Naga at first glance. Let's see how it swatches. Very different on the skin though. Much cooler, a lot more lilac than lavender. I like that. Next one.
Tungsten.
I think it's tungsten.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tungsten.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
That's pretty. That's so pretty. This whole vibe here is
Yeah,
so
I like that
nice.
vibe.
All right, next one.
Vertex.
What's the difference between a vortex and a vertex? Anyone know?
Plutonium. I always like that word.
Yeah, I see this one working here.
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
But I also see it working with the purples too, if you're really bold.
Color flip.
Color flip.
That is nice.
Yes.
That I see the 3 colors.
Yes, there's a green, there's a purple, and a pink.
And a pink.
Like that. Next.
Garmon.
Garmon. No idea.
Oh, I like that.
This was beautiful.
That is really pretty.
Really, really creamy.
And last, Diatonic.
Diatonic. Oh my god. These names, man.
Diatonic. Ooh, wait, hold on. That's nice.
That is
That feels really nice
really
on my
pretty.
skin too, by the way.
Yeah, they're very, very velvety, these matte shades. I would say all of Natasha Denona matte shades are a lot creamier than most matte shades from other brands.
Peace.
Ooh, beautiful.
Wow, that really came off nice.
So we've zoomed in even closer for the eyes, and now I'm ready to apply all of these to my face, create a look, test them out. So today I'm gonna be using this new Bare Minerals Primetime Primer. Just tested it out for the first time in my previous video, and I liked it. I thought it was really nice, creamy, kind of felt like the old school Urban Decay primer potion, but without that patchy feeling. So I think I wanna test out these shadows with this primer. Just gonna pack that on. First thing that I want to do, I don't know what kind of look I want to go for truly. I want to do something different. I did do a lilac lavender look in my previous video, so maybe today I should go for scarab. I don't even know, you guys. I don't even know. So the green story is the one that I feel like I've seen the most, not just here on YouTube, but also on Natasha Denona's promos. So I'm thinking maybe I should go for the final color, the one that I thought was the true Triochrome shade, Color Flip. And I think it's also the one that's actually utilized in the promo on the PR package that I received. So this is going to serve as my inspiration today. I really like how this looks. It's very whimsical and fun. I also have some faux freckles on my face. I don't know if you noticed, kind of like this girl here. So the last row is what I'm gonna go for. But of course I'm gonna be dipping around wherever I please, as I do. So first and foremost, let's grab a brush. I'm gonna grab this Makeup by Mario E3 brush. Dip into Garmon. Let's see, can I actually hold this palette in my hand while doing my makeup? Is it one of those Natasha Denona palettes? For now, it's not weighing too heavily, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Just adding this to the section between my lash line and my brow, kind of just surrounding my eye socket, using very gentle strokes. So far, this color is really, really stunning. I thought it felt really great on the skin. Very velvety, as I mentioned. Blends out really nicely. Pigment is great, as you can expect. So far, so good. Now, obviously my foundation, my brows, even my lips, everything is pretty much done on my face. Even added blush, bronzer, and a pinch of highlighter. Why? Because I know that Natasha Denona shadows are super reliable when it comes to fallout. There's hardly ever any fallout. Therefore, I feel totally confident doing my makeup beforehand. I'm gonna grab this Fenty Beauty eyeshadow brush number 200. It's just slightly stiffer. So the stiffer brush is what you need for the clean brush method to help erase and blend out. A fluffy brush can work too, but if it has a little bit more body, it'll just do it faster and it'll be more precise. There we go. Next, I'm gonna grab this tiny little brush. This is E36 Sigma blending brush. And I'm gonna grab that Diatonic Peachy shade. I'm gonna add that right above, just to add a bit more warmth and also a bit more interest above that Garmon shadow. I'm going up almost to my brow, almost all the way up to my arch, and then I'm also surrounding this brown shadow too. Back to my clean brush. I'm gonna do the same erase method here, but instead of erasing, I'm more so pulling this eyeshadow out. So I've applied it with a little precise brush, and I'm kind of just pulling it out into the brow, into the temple. So it's not so obvious that there's a browner and then a peachier shade. Kind of just blending them into each other and diffusing them some more. Just like that. You see what I'm doing? I'm gonna grab a super precise brush, Laura Lee Los Angeles L17, dip into Vertex, not to be confused with a Vortex, and I'm going to clean up my brow bone from the arch to the temple. Just applying that shadow, packing it on, and blending it down. Just for a little pop, just like that. I'm gonna add a pinch more of that peach, just to that outer portion. Pincho Peach. I feel like this is very neutral. I'm liking how it's looking. So now I'm ready to dress it up. Gonna dip my finger into that color flip. Oh my, oh my. And I'm going to, ooh, add that to the center of my lid, honey. So satisfying. That is really, really, really powerful and really pigmented. I feel like this eyeshadow is actually the color of the packaging. Very, very shifty. I don't know if the camera actually catches it, but looking at myself in my mirror, I can definitely see the shift between the green, the pink, and the purple. It's definitely very interesting, and the quality is outstanding. I don't know if you can see, but I can clearly see how the shadow reflects green. Camera is definitely not catching it. And it's only at a certain angle that I can really see that forest green. So unique. All right, let me slap that onto my other lid. Another thing that I like is that it definitely adheres really, really easily. You don't need to keep on pressing. You don't need to keep on redipping. Like, it's there. I also like the fact that it's not emphasizing my skin imperfection, specifically right here in the inner portion. I will admit, I was a little bit intimidated by these shadows at first. They are definitely punchy colors, not necessarily something that I would gravitate towards for every day. And I am someone who's in the beauty industry, so if anyone would gravitate towards something like this every day, it would be me. However, I will tell you that on the eyes, on the face, this shadow feels a lot more wearable than what it looks like in the pan. Let's see if I can perfect the shape with my brush, if it could even be applied with the brush. It most certainly does apply really well. I'm able to get into my inner corner. I'm able to create more of a straight edge here in case I want to, not that I want to. Get into all those little crevices. All right, so I have tried 4 shadows thus far. I want to try more. All right, I'm gonna grab a small little brush wing GOSS 05 that I use in every single video. I'm linking it, I'm telling you, I swear I'm linking it. It's down below. You can get it from Beautylish, links below. I'm gonna grab this shade Plutonium. Always very weary of this shade, specifically in the area where I'm about to place it, which is the inner corner. I always feel like this shade can make you look a little bit sick, so not something that I feel comfortable reaching for all the time, but you know what? We're playing around with makeup today, we're testing out this palette, and I wanna see what's up with this shade. I think blended with the other shadows, it's actually not bad at all. Definitely adds some type of interest to your whole look. I'm gonna grab a clean brush and just blend that out a pinch so that we have that yellow, but it's not screaming at us, you know? So that it blends into my skin, which is already on the yellow side. All right, so that looks actually kind of cool now, right? Next, what to do for the lower lash line. I'm thinking let's go with a bit of that peachy shade, Diatonic. Just gonna lightly wash my lower lash line, just like that. Super subtle, but effective. Same thing here. Subtle but wonderful. And then I want to grab a bit of this darker purple called Manganese, and I just want to push that shade into my lower lash line. Into my lower lash line, and also kind of just darken and seal that outer corner. Ooh, I really like that. Right, same thing here. Just plopping that to the outer corner. This is a very pigmented, beautiful shadow. Ooh, it applies so much more beautifully than it's swatched. Do you see how it's not muddying up the other shades? It's just adding to them. So satisfying, I gotta tell you. And then adding a bit of that to the lower lash line. I've always loved how purple and peach work together. Ooh, I'm really pleased with myself right now. It looks a lot more complicated than what it is. I honestly don't even feel like covering this up with falsies or with a liner, but you know what? Maybe I will add a natural lash. Let's see, what do I have here? I mean, my Patrick Ta X House of Lashes. I'm gonna add some mascara. Curl the bottoms as I always do. Maison Collagen Curl mascara. Like this one a lot. Great for those Asian lashes like mine. It does not smudge or smear in the inner corner and those epicanthic folds. You know, things that I talk about all the time, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. I wish there was a Triochrome highlighter shade. That would be so necessary right now. I would love to see like an oyster shell, peachy pink champagne. That would be so amazing right here. Ooh! All right, so I just applied my lashes and I realized that I may just wanna hide that lash band with a little eyeliner. So I'm using HAUS Labs. And what I'm doing here is just extending the lash band to the inner corner of my eye and then kind of just gliding my eyeliner along the lash band. All right, just like that. All right, so now I'm just waiting for all of that to set. For the lips today, I have a new palette by Mario, and it's a lip palette that actually is very stunning, and it's also makeup artist friendly with some very unique shades to help you mix your own lip shade. Today, I kind of want to go for a very natural color, something in between these three. Maybe just a pinch of this peach shade here. Maybe a pinch more of this neutral one right next to it. Oh, I love this one. Wow, beautiful finish on this too. Okay, this isn't a video about this palette, but damn, this palette is really nice. Go, Mario, go. All right, you guys, closing that out for now. And let me reveal my final look. I gotta say, I'm feeling very pleased with the outcome of this makeup look. It looks very, very complex. It looks like it took me a long time to put it together, but in fact, this was probably one of the easiest eye makeup looks. Took minimal blending, minimal eyeshadow packing time, and honestly, all the shadows work really, really great together. This is probably the most neutral look that you can get with the Triochrome palette, and I absolutely love it. It's very interesting, it's very unique, it feels very fresh and futuristic, so I am absolutely here for that. And now to give you my verdict, here are some of my not so positive thoughts about this palette. Although I was really, really excited about the Triochrome palette by Natasha Denona, I was looking forward to getting it in the mail, I was immediately saddened by the fact that there were only 3 triochromatic shades. I was expecting to see at least 5, if not 7, because I feel like for an $129 palette, we as consumers deserve a little bit more. That's just my honest feelings. The mattes, of course, are great quality. They blend out and apply beautifully, just like most of Natasha Denona's shadows. But that doesn't mean that they cannot be duped. That doesn't mean that you cannot find these eyeshadow colors elsewhere in other Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes that you may already own. So with that, I'm definitely thinking that this palette could have been better if it included at least 2 more Triochrome shades. Specifically speaking, I am looking for a Triochrome highlighter shade for the brow bone or for the inner corner, something like an oyster shell or maybe a champagne to shifty gold, or something with like a blue purple pink vibe, you know? You see it, I know you see it. Also, I would love to see a super dark eyeshadow, kind of like a shifty black. Wouldn't that be amazing? I totally understand these eyeshadows probably cost a lot of money to produce, and perhaps the ND team wanted to see how this palette does, which is why it's a limited edition holiday palette. They wanted to kind of present us with just 3 at first, and maybe perhaps in the future we could expect more. But I really like this formulation. Because I like it so much, I want more of it. It's interesting, and I am here for all the makeup innovation, you guys. So if I were to rate this palette, if I were to give it a grade, I am honestly going to give it a B+. Although it's an excellent palette, it leaves me yearning for more. That's a good thing, but it also makes me feel like I deserve more right now, you know? So those are my honest thoughts. That's my bottom line. That is my Team Truth verdict, and I am sticking to it. Still love ND, love their eyeshadow palettes. Would I recommend this one? Yes, but do you need it? Probably not. All right, with that said, I am zooming on out so that you can check out some of my other videos, one that you may like, and my most recent video in case you haven't watched it already. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Peace.